Russia reports heavy shelling of Bakhmut, says situation is hot.
Here's a summary of the article.
Ukrainian forces are heavily shelling the city of Bakhmut and have launched coordinated assaults on several villages in the region, a Russian-installed official said on Friday. Bakhmut was captured by Russian forces in May after months of brutal fighting, but Ukrainian forces immediately began pushing back around its flanks and have recaptured several destroyed villages, AFP reports. According to the latest report from the Institute for the Study of War, Ukrainian forces conducted offensive operations near Bakhmut on September 21 and reportedly advanced. The industrial territory around Bakhmut has suffered the brunt of fighting since Russia's offensive, and the battle for Bakhmut is the longest and one of the bloodiest of the conflict. Ukrainian forces launched a counteroffensive against heavily entrenched Russian positions in June, but progress has been slow. The offensive has focused on the southern front line, and Ukrainian forces have broken through the most heavily fortified Russian first defensive line at several points. Russian officials including President Vladimir Putin have repeatedly downplayed the Ukrainian gains and claim that Kyiv's forces are running out of offensive potential.
This post received a score of 3,300, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ukraine taking back Bakhmut, after all of the trumpeting of Russia capturing it, would really rustle Putin's jimmies.
Gonna rustle a lot more than the jimmies of the Russians under full fire control of Ukraine with no ability to strike back.
I also think the drone attacks on Moscow were a head fake, designed to get Russia to strip defense from Ukraine's real target, which was the command and control structure of occupied Crimea.
I would give that theory some credence for sure. Some solid success penetrating Crimea's defense, and they clearly know what they want to hit.
Plus, I am sure they have help from outside intel as well, wink wink.
Ukraine has access to all the satellite information they want. There would seem to be plenty of Ukraine patriots on the ground too.
As long as those satellites don't have Starlink on them.
The taking of Bakhmut is probably more important than it ever was before, because, presumably, it is one of very few areas that did not get the Russian 3 defense lines established. So if taken, the good guys could have a path through to bypass the more extensive minefields.
I didn't consider that. Could have been the play all along. Bit of a bonus that its former defenders are currently either in Africa, Belarus, or in the topsoil of a field outside St. Petersburg.
Or in the topsoil of a field in Bakhmut.
You missed the saga of the suspiciously well-fed Bakhmut stray dogs.
They still end up in the topsoil when the dogs are done.
What Bakhmut? These days it's just a stop sign to keep Russia out of the rest of Ukraine.
It's a very strategic stop sign though.
It's only strategic in the sense that Russia thinks that there's a vodka mine under it or something. It has no real strategic value.
What's left of Bakhmut, presumably.
For real. I've seen pictures of it from a few months back and it just looks apocalyptic. When this is all over, Ukraine is going to need to bulldoze and rebuild the whole friggin' city. Depressing.
Surprising amount of apartments left. They look like hell, but they're also hella sturdy. At least apartment-shaped.
Can probably get a wicked deal on them. All these millennials complaining about housing prices can finally stop whining.
Oh, I'll keep complaining. Sir, his apartment came with T54 parking and mine didn't.
2024 is going to be a hot year. Ukraine will be desperate to make ground on the chance that Trump or some Republican wins POTUS. If that happens, the war will be much harder to fight and the US foreign policy will swing towards favoring Putin and Russia.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.